He's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dragons of Houston taking on the Wizards of Chicago. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 99 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rich. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Second and 6 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Rich. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Wizards will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But you look at this defense.
Right now, they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. It's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Lawrence will throw.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Rich. Here's a diving catch right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Rich. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rich. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Rich.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
And his kick here is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game, because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Now Lawrence.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
To throw on 2nd down, Rich. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So no gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rich. He's got his man on the out route. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
16 yards, a first down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
2nd and 5.
At the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Dragons are back within a score. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Dragons 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at him.
This one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Shreds him with a stiff arm. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
From the 29, here's 2nd down at 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there was definitely some urgency, because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Rich. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2nd and a couple. Now Lawrence.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Dragons.
Here's Lawrence.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nash. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin. From there, we head north to Minnesota, check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 27-13 was the final. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Lumberjacks have a long road back to 500, but they do move to 3-8 with the victory.
Okay,
this has
Coach,
certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle. We have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
In at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first down, so they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They go play action with Lawrence. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this out right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Houston set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
The throw over the middle taken in. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A very solid gain of 27.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
That is caught.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He's in. Touchdown, Houston. 15 yards.
And the Dragons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Looking to throw. Rich. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Rich. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Houston's offense taking over again. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
The 22-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dragons.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. On first down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Rich. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He finds his man. Complete. That's Nash. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st down, Houston.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chicago offense set to get started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Rich. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, Had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try again, and this time he is in for a Houston touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Wizards 10.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
It's a gain of 8.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
The 32-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Rich. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Operating from the gun. Rich. And he's got his man on the out route. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. Rich.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rich. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rich. Looking left sideline. It's complete.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Looking to throw. Rich firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Rich, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now out comes Houston.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.